want to snitch. I want to snitch. I want to tell. Whatever they call telling, snitching. I want to do it. I want to snitch.
I hate the Raiders.
John, calm down. John, they'll win the next game, John.
I hate the Raiders.
John, stop.
So before we get started, I just wanted to take a second to thank you, Raider Nation, for all the support. This channel is growing extremely fast, and that's all because of you. Every like, every comment, every sub, it really means the world to us. Raider Nation, y'all the most passionate fan base in football, and together we're building something real here. So let's keep it rolling. Yo, what's good, Raider Nation? So what if I told you the Raiders could go after a young QB with superstar potential? Today we're talking about Anthony Richardson from the Colts, and why a trade could make sense and how it could actually happen, and what it would mean for the silver and black. So let's jump into it. Alright, so know what you're thinking. Why Anthony Richardson? Well, let's look at why I think a move could and maybe should be made. He's a former top 5 pick. He's got insane athletic upside with a Cam Newton, Lamar type frame and speed. But there's the draw. He's still rough around the edges, but he's shown flashes of greatness before his injury woes. The Colts may not be fully committed if health questions linger and Danny Dimes doesn't turn back into a pumpkin. So why would the Colts even listen? The Colts coaching staff could possibly be looking to reset at backup QB if Danny Dimes is their guy, and if Richardson continues to struggle with durability, the Colts could pivot and look to get some return on that investment. The draft capital next year is QB heavy. They might eye another rookie if they aren't totally sold on Indianapolis Jones at the end of the season. So hypothetically, I see the Colts testing the waters for a big package. It goes without saying we'd have to fork out some draft picks, maybe a first and a conditional second. I'd lowball with a third in 2026 and a fourth or fifth in 2027, see if they bite. Maybe a player included, defensive piece, or wide receiver depth. Maybe send Geno in a bottle of Patron. The Raiders are desperate for a franchise QB post-Carr, Jimmy, Geno carousel. Richardson gives us long-term upside if, and that's a big fucking if, he develops. Look, let's keep it real. Anthony Richardson hasn't exactly lit up the league since being drafted. His biggest success came in his rookie season, and that was cut short by injury. The potential is there, no doubt, but the struggles are just as clear. Injuries have derailed his early career, shoulder issues, knee setbacks, and the Colts have had to lean on backups more than they've wanted to. When he's on the field, the flashes are crazy, but the inconsistency is just as loud. Turnovers, holding on to the ball too long, and accuracy questions have fans and even the coaching staff a little uneasy. That's why the Colts could be tempted to explore options. If they don't believe Richardson can stay healthy or develop as a consistent passer, flipping him for high draft capital might be a move they'd consider. So how does he even fit Vegas? Pete Carroll loves him a dual threat QB. This would energize his system, I think. Pair him with Brock Bowers, who's elite, Jacoby Myers, and maybe a nice high draft pick rookie. The Raiders' O-line plus run game can help him grow. He gives the fan base hope plus excitement beyond this season as being a young guy. The risks and concerns. Obviously, his injuries. He hasn't proven he can stay healthy. I mean, shit, he took himself out of a game once because he was tired. The fuck? The Raiders giving up too much draft capital could be a detriment to the rebuild. Development timeline as a fourth-year player, he's not polished at all. You know what they say, you can't polish a turd. Now here's the flip side, Raider Nation. Making a blockbuster trade for Anthony Richardson could blow up in Vegas' face. Let's say you give up a first-round pick and maybe more. That's draft capital the Raiders desperately need to rebuild this roster. If Richardson doesn't stay healthy or if he never develops into a consistent passer, the Raiders could be stuck in QB purgatory yet again, but this time without the picks to climb back out. On top of that, the pressure of Vegas and Raider Nation is no joke. Richardson's confidence could take a hit if he struggles early. You know us, Raider Nation, we're ruthless. Instead of building slowly through the draft, this trade could short-circuit the rebuild and lead to another regime change and set the franchise back another 5 years. Sometimes the riskiest move isn't the one you make, it's the one you avoid. So my final thoughts on Anthony Richardson to the Raiders: is it a gamble worth taking, or should Vegas ride it out with Geno and look to the draft? Raider Nation, I want your takes and opinions. Drop them down in the comments, smash that like button, and sub if you're new. As always, it's the Raiders Reality Check, where we don't sugarcoat shit and we keep it a buck and tell it like it is. It's X-Ray signing off.